This video brought to you by our Patreons. Please consider supporting this channel and joining our Patreons at patreon.com/NovaWing24.
Hi there folks, my name's NovaWing24 and welcome to the NovaWrap, your one-stop location for your simulation release news and goings on from the week that was. So here we are on Sunday the 20th of September 2020 for another episode, and we're going to jump straight into it with more releases of the Sim of the Hour, Microsoft Flight Simulator. And we're going to start with an aircraft release this week from the stables of Coronado. They have brought back to life one of their favourite releases from the legacy Sims of the Mooney M20R Ovation. Now, I personally have a very huge soft spot for anything produced by Mooney. I think that they are fundamentally the sports cars of GA aviation. I think they truly are, and especially the amount of power you get out of these piston engine aircraft is just absolutely incredible. Anyway, putting that aside, so Coronado has brought to life this one, which is a full ground up build of the aircraft for the new simulator. So it's not a port over. This is a new build aircraft for them. And they're continuing on with experimenting, I suppose, is the best way to put it, for the new sim, by producing an aircraft that has both some of the default system and has some of their new custom coded avionics systems, plus also the results of some of their experimentation so far. The first one being noted was also implemented a couple of days, maybe weeks ago, of the Cessna 182, which is an implementation of a in-sim GPS or in-sim tablet kind of idea to be able to control a lot of the custom unique elements of the aircraft. Now, this particular rendition of the aircraft gives us a beautiful high-definition 3D model internally and externally, a full set of custom high-resolution PBR-based materials and textures throughout the aircraft, including custom audio, high-quality digital sounds recorded from an actual aircraft. Includes the use of the default a default GPS unit in the GNS 350 unit in the aircraft. However, contains custom avionics, including the KFC 150 autopilot, custom nav and comm radios, transponder systems, and ADF and DME receivers as well. Includes also a variety of other custom details, and including custom ground equipment, which is kind of cool, and tested with the help of real-world pilots to give the realistic flight dynamics compared to the real aircraft as well. So this one's looking pretty cool. Now this one continues with the Cessna 182 tradition from Coronado by being exclusively available through the in-sim store, coming in for around about $35 US dollars, or your original equivalent, available now from Microsoft Flight Simulators in-sim store. That's a mouthful and a half, isn't it? Wow. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so moving on to other releases, and this one is this is an interesting release actually, because this one is actually spreads across a wide numbers of sims. This one, so this is a new product from FS2 Crew as they continue their experimentations with the new simulator in the world, by releasing their second product for the new sim and calling it Pushback Express. Now, this is an interesting one. So this is basically it's kind of interesting. Okay, so for those who've been around and prepared in FSX for a while, the pushback system was rather odd. Let's just be honest. Which, funny enough, that clunky old pushback system is also in the new sim as well. However, there's also the slightly weird thing of the new Sims pushback system, especially for GA aircraft. That's also, of course, this one as well. So Pushback Express sort of circumvents this as well and gives you a couple of different ways of doing things as well, including the ability to push or pull an aircraft. So you can, if your aircraft has to be pulled onto the ramp out of its parking spot instead of pushed back, you have that option available to you as well. You also have towing available in this one as well, where you have to actually control a tug to actually move it as well, which, by the way, you have to actually control it yourself. You can't rely on the AI to do it as well. So there's a lot going on in this add-on, actually. It's a fairly basic add-on. There's a lot to unpack in this add-on. The press release isn't hugely detailed, but it also includes custom comms to actually speak with the ground crew as well, which is kind of cool and kind of interesting. The other thing that's interesting about this product release is that this is compatible with all of the legacy ESP sims, including FSX Prepared 1 through 5, as well as the new Microsoft Flight Simulator as well. So you get a lot of compatibility for your buck in this one. Now, you are looking at paying $35 US dollars, or your original equivalent, available now from FS2 Crew. Continuing on with releases for the new Microsoft Flight Simulator, moving into scenery releases. This week we saw the first release from famed developer iBlueYonder with their release of their rendition of Portland International Airport. Now this is a beautifully highly detailed rendition of Portland International Airport as it appears during 2020, including a full custom set of PBR materials and textures used throughout the entire airport. Airport layout as it appears during 2020, so up to date, including all accurate gates and static parking, GA parking. Includes a variety of static aircraft at gates and parking terminals and parking ramps throughout the airport. Includes a full custom set of full custom use of the native Microsoft Flight Simulator techniques, including giving us high detail ground polygons. Also includes a custom set of accurate and up-to-date night lighting to give us a beautiful immersive effect of the airport. All airport buildings accurately modelled and laid out for the airport as well. This beautiful high detail rendition of the airport comes into us at an incredibly awesome price as well, coming in at $15 or your original equivalent, available now from Flightbeam Studios. Continuing on with scenery releases this week, and saw the release from Pilot Plus with their rendition of Wycombe Air Park for the new simulator. Now, this is a interesting little GA airfield in the United Kingdom, and is just outside of London. And this is their third rendition. Funny enough, this is their third sim that third sort of group of sims that Pilot Plus have brought this airport to, and it's looking absolutely incredible. And this is a complete rework of their airport to be brought in line with the high definition and high requirements of the new simulator. Now, this gives a highly detailed rendition of the airport as appears during 2020, including custom photo reel for the surrounding area, includes full PBR materials and textures throughout all major airport buildings, includes custom dynamic rain effects as well on the control tower glass, which is kind of cool, kind of awesome for this new sim. Also includes a variety of local VFR landmarks as well as the airport itself, and it is looking absolutely amazing in the new sim. You can pick this one up from Orbix, coming in at $15 or your original equivalent, available now from Orbix Direct. Speaking of Orbix, also saw the release this week of their rendition of Darrington Municipal Airport, which is another little GA airport in the Pacific Northwest area, and is a complete rework of it's not just a port over of their previous product. This is a complete rework of the airport to bring it up to current standards, and also bringing the airport's buildings and layout up to the current appearance as it does during 2020. So this is a complete rework of the airport, including full updates of all airport buildings and textures to do full support for PBR and Ultra HD textures throughout. Includes a variety of custom landmarks and points of interest throughout the surrounding area, as well as the airport itself, as long as a variety of custom high-definition ground service equipment as well, and updated vegetation and a variety of other content coming through here as well, including a sloped runway for the airport as well. And you can pick this one up for about $13 or your original equivalent, available now from Orbix Direct. Continuing on with scenery releases and moving to some of the bigger airports this week, we saw the release from Informatica AZ, another new developer, their rendition of Hamburg Fußbottel Airport, International Airport. So previously we saw these guys release Salt Lake City International Airport as their first product. First thing I noted is that they've already jacked the price up of their product, and quite frankly, the quality's already dropped, which is really concerning. Like, even looking at the published screenshots of this airport, the textures on the buildings look absolutely awful. The use of PBR is fairly intermittent from what I can tell from the screenshots. They're still pushing back and saying that the fuel system doesn't work, waiting for Microsoft development. Again, fuel system's working fine in other airports, including the default airports. So I'm really questioning this developer. I really genuinely am. Like, I wasn't I was fairly happy with their first release, being around the sort of $12-ish mark, $10-12 mark for their release of Salt Lake City. But already we're up to almost $20, and for a product that quite frankly looks worse. The use of the ground polys, the layout of the ground texturing, the photoreal, the orthophotogrammetry, the ortho photos they're using for the ground detail is absolutely woeful. Yeah, I'd be questioning this developer, and straight away, I'm very unimpressed straight away. But so buyer beware, like a lot of things, and this is actually going to be true of a lot of the things coming out that we're going to talk about for the next few minutes with the Microsoft Flight Simulator releases, is that buyer beware of a lot of these, I think. But if you do want to pick this one up, as I said, you can pick this one up for around about $17 US or your original equivalent, available from Sim Market. Continue on with more releases from Tabaret this week. Saw their release of their rendition of Shoreham Airport, also known as Brighton City Airport, which is a small GA airport in the United Kingdom. It is sort of primarily got grass strips, though it does have grass strips with a single hard surface runway as well. Primarily, as I said, GA airfield, but it does have a small terminal for some commuter flights as well. This rendition of the airport, though, not only does it include a high detail rendition of the airport, including all airport buildings done in PBR and high definition textures, it also expands into the city as well, and updates the River Ardua as well, to actually make updates from the fairly poor water texturing that was done, the water masking that was done by default in the sim. So this is kind of cool. It looks kind of awesome. Fairly simple, this one. Again, though, I'm looking at the price and going, I'm not so sure with that pricing though. So we're talking again $17 US for this one. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's fairly good overall. It looks quite frankly, it looks better than the Hamburg that we just looked at. But different markets, so yeah. Not so sure how I feel on the price, but as I said, this one does look fairly good quality. This one, the masking and the photo reel done of the city as well is fairly good. Probably could do with a bit more realignment of some of the bridges, but otherwise looking pretty good, this one. So this one, as I said, is available from Sim Market, coming in at $17 US or your regional equivalent, available now. Continuing on with other releases for Microsoft Flight Simulator, saw the first release from developer Perfect Flight this week. Now, those who've been watching my channel for a number of years would know that my relationship with Perfect Flight as a developer has been a tenuous and strained one at best. I'm not really sure what I'm going to have to say about this one. Okay, so this is called FS Approaches Italy. The tagline is, gives you the opportunity to fly in Italy and discover amazing landscapes of El Bel Paese. Okay. This includes 106 save files, is what I can tell from this. Which basically places you, essentially, it places you on the approach corridor to an airport somewhere in Italy. It covers all included all Italian airports that are included. So all Italian airports apparently is that's a big claim. And it gives you two sets. So straight away I can tell I'm pretty sure that's not true, because it says that there are 106 total approaches, split across IFR and VFR approaches. Pretty sure there's more than 50 airports in Italy. Pretty sure. There are, yeah, I've got a lot of mixed feelings about this. From appearance, again, I'm going to preface this by saying I do not have this add-on. I have not reviewed it. I'm just going off the press releases and the screenshots. Basically, it seems to essentially drop you mid-air as part of the approach path to that. And it also then gives you 4 liveries for default aircraft. So it gives you a Neoposto Italiana Airbus A320. It gives you a civilian, a sort of private registration of a TBM 930, a US registration. Odd choice for an American, odd choice using an American registered aircraft for an Italian scenario pack. It gives you a Cessna 172 in Perfect Flight house colors, and gives the Cessna Grand Caravan in FedEx feeder colors, and again with American registrations, which I'm pretty sure at least 2 of those are part of the livery packs that are already being produced by freeware developers. So yeah. $18 as well. I'm not going to say anything further on that. I have, as I said, even the cover image has a DA62 on it. Anyway, okay, I'm just gonna walk away from that add-on. As I said, $18 if you want it from SimMarket, available now. All right, moving on to another release for Microsoft Flight Simulator this week, and this is called FStarter from RK Software. What do I have to say about this? I respect. Okay, first of all, I'm going to say I respect the effort that went into making this. I'm not going to lie about that. I will respect the effort that went into making this. However, there is nothing in the only thing that this really gives you is that this gives people who are not wanting to use dev mode the ability to teleport to another location in the sim. That's about it. This essentially is it's an overlay utility. It's a moving map overlay utility that also gives the ability to preset your location. So it lists all the cities that are covered by the sim in photogrammetry, so the high detail 3D setting, or just lists every city on the planet. So you can just simply say, I want to fly over Mexicali today, and you type Mexicali in the search box and click from the drop down, and it'll teleport you to that location above that city. Or you can say, I want to do an approach to, I want to do the approach to I want to shoot the 1-2 approach into Williamtown in Newcastle, and it'll teleport you to about about 6 nautical miles out from that. That's it. That's what this tool does. There is nothing in here that you can't do in Sim, either from the main menu, either from the main world map, or from if you read up and do the developer tools to be able to teleport yourself around. So for $12, is it worth it? That's up to you. As I said, I respect the fact that the developer has produced custom UI for this, that they're making use of the developer tools that are available to them, the SDK. I fully respect that. I think that's a great tool. That's great use there. But I can use the moving map I can get for free from from the Nav Map. Which, by the way, is an awesome program. Highly recommend that you do. Although it's free, I do recommend that you support the developer. You can donate to support them. But yeah, I just Again, buyer beware. Will it help you? Maybe, if you want to be able to do this kind of stuff. But if you don't, then it's buyer beware. Watch his tutorial, watch his introduction, and about what it does, and that'll help you, give you a lot of guidance on that one. So yeah. All right. As I said, if you do want to pick it up, available for $12 or your original equivalent, available now from SimMarket. Moving out of the world of Microsoft Flight Simulator and moving into the world of the ESP Sims this week, saw the release this week from AT Simulations of their edition of the Piaggio P.149. Now, the P.149 was a 1950s design from Italian plane manufacturer Piaggio for a utility and liaison and training aircraft for use in Italy, and was then actually built under license in Germany, in West Germany, by Focke-Wulf during the 70s and 80s. Now, this rendition it comes to us with a high detailed 3D model both internally and externally, with custom flight dynamics measured against and tested against real-world pilots and with real-world experience of the aircraft. Includes ultra-high definition 4K textures throughout both the internals and externals as well, with 9 liveries in its base pack. Includes advanced animations both internally, externally, and of the pilot crew as well, which is kind of cool. And includes custom 3D animated gauges as well. Now, this is designed to be this one release. It also works across the full gambit of ESP sims, including FSX, all the way up to and all the way through prepared in all its variations, all the way up to and including V4 and V5. Now, this is available for coming in at $40 or your original equivalent, available now from 80 Simulations. Moving out of the ESP world and moving into the world of X-Plane this week, saw a couple of scenery releases this week. The first one comes to us from developer Skyline Simulations with one of my favorite airports, because I think it's just absolutely fascinating that it has a road driving through the middle of it. And of course, that is Gibralter Airport for X-Plane 11. Now, this is both a civilian and military airport, both being served both the civilian side and then by the RAF as RAF Station Gibraltar. It's a very busy airport with a very interesting and unique approach to it, because you can't violate Spanish airspace when you do your approach in there. I mean, Spanish airspace is like all around. It's a really interesting, very challenging approach, not so much for the terrain, but for not busting airspace. It's a really, really interesting one. But anyway, however, it's also known for being a challenging airport for approaching because of the winds that come off the Mediterranean and the turbulence that's affected by the Rock of Gibraltar. Now, there is also, funnily enough, a road, a literal road, a civilian use road that drives through the middle of the airport. That is the main road connection between Gibraltar and mainland Europe, being, of course, Spain, just off to the north of the peninsula. So this rendition of the airport comes into a highly detailed rendition as it appears during 2020. Including a beautiful custom high-definition custom 3D model of the Rock of Gibraltar as well, which is really, really cool. Includes animated road traffic crossing for the runway which actually gets stopped as well during takeoff and landing, which is kind of cool. Full implementation of PBR materials throughout the airport as well, and airport and surrounding area as well. Animated marshals and radar included as well, and custom high-resolution ortho imagery for the airport and surrounding area as well, with a variety of custom 3D models throughout a variety of throughout the town and parts of the fort of Gibraltar as well. So looking absolutely beautiful, and a beautiful high definition rendition thanks to the team at Skyline Simulations. And this one's coming in at about $30 or your original equivalent, available now from Skyline Simulations. In another release this week from developer Tabaret, making their second appearance in the NovaWrap this week, saw their release of their rare edition of Niagara Falls for X-Plane 11. So not an airport or release per se, this is a scenery release. Gives a complex multi-layer scenery for the iconic Niagara Falls, including the animated waterfall itself, as well as custom orthographic photographic textures for the falls and the surrounding area as well. Variety of custom objects and a custom set of terrain layers to make sure that you actually get the actual proper basin shape and the vertical walls of the Niagara Falls area as well. So there's a lot going on in this scenery, and the night lighting looks really impressive as well. Like the way they've actually got it lit up at night, that is really, really impressive. Looks kind of cool as well. So a lot going on in this scenery. Interesting price tag for it though, so $15 or original equivalent, available now from Xplane.org store. If you do want to pick this one up for your sim for X-Plane 11, available now. Moving out of flight simulation, moving into the world of the permanent way, this week saw a couple of releases for the freshly rebranded Train Simulator 2021. Saw the release this week of the Nuremberg-Regensburg-Bahn route for Train Simulator. So this route connecting two great powerhouses of German industry and commerce was originally connected by a variety of different routes, but when it was eventually narrowed down in the late 1800s to a single track line in a variety of stages completed during the 1870s, and eventually splitting again into two parallel tracks during the 1890s. Now this rendition is of as it appears in modern day, so in the 2020 era, includes also seven career scenarios are included with this as well, along with 3 different locomotives, including a Deutsche Bahnhof 440, 442, and 185.2. Includes 100 kilometers of routes of the train route between Nuremberg and Regensburg, including 27 factory recreated stations, variety of freight rolling stock as well, and a variety of custom points of interest and landmarks, including Nuremberg Central Station, Regensburg Central Station, and a variety of rail bridges as well. So looking pretty amazing, coming in for a pretty standard price of normally $30 US, but currently on a special this week of $24 or your original equivalent, available now on Steam. In another route add-on this week, so the release this week of the WCML South London Euston to Birmingham route add-on, which is a route that was originally sort of the conglomeration of a variety of smaller lines during the 1880s, but then this particular section would be opened in 1838, making the first intercity line to be built into London, starting from the city's Euston station, making the 113-mile trip to Birmingham along the way. Now, this particular rendition of the train scenario, as it appears in modern day appearance, includes 7 career scenarios, along with 3 railfan scenarios as well as a variety of trains. It includes 113-mile route, 41 train stations, including the Watford DC line is included as well. It includes a variety of British Rail trains, including the Class 390, 221, 350, 377 and 378, and a variety of rolling stock, including FSA and FTA wagons as well. Now, this pack comes in at $40 or your original equivalent, available now on Steam. Moving from the permanent way, moving on to the asphalt, saw the release this week from Euro Truck Simulator 2 of a new one of their livery packs of their Super Stripes paint job pack, with looking a very Bumblebee-esque some of these packs, I must admit. It looks kind of cool. Now, this pack includes 6 paint schemes for $2 or your original equivalent, available now on Steam. Moving out of the asphalt and moving into simulation of kind of a different kind again, and moving into the world of War Thunder, saw this week their release of their French starter pack, coming to us with a tank and an aircraft to increase your French experience. So firstly, it comes with a P40F5, which was a lengthened variant of the earlier P40E. And this one particularly coming in with the livery markings of Escadrille 25 Lafayette Squadron, which was serving with American forces in Tunisia in 1942-1943. It comes with a variety of weapons options as well, and then it also comes with a B1 tank, which was it's a very iconic. When I think of French tanks, I must admit that this is I didn't realize it, but this is the tank I was thinking of, was the B1, because it just has a very unique style of looking at it there. This one's primarily designed to be an infantry support tank rather than a sort of a tank hunter or anything like that. Designed to be sort of supporting frontline troops as they project forward. Now, as well as getting both these rank 2 vehicles, you also come up with 120,000 Silver Lions and a premium account for 7 days. If you wanted to pick this one up, you pick this one up for $10 or your original equivalent, available from Steam or Gushin. Moving from terrestrial works up into orbit this week, saw the release from Star Conflict of a new piece of DLC, with their release of their new Federation Guard frigate, the Raven. Now, this basically is I have no idea what to tell you about this, because I do not play Star Conflict, though I've eyed it off many times over the years. But essentially, I'm just going to read the press release for this one. So it comes in 2 different versions, by the way. So you get the base version or the deluxe edition. So the base edition and deluxe both include the Federation Guard frigate Raven, a electromagnetic weapon, the EMR-3, and an active module Harpoon M1. No idea what any of those are. However, if you buy the deluxe version, you also get a unique paint scheme, a unique color scheme for it, and a variety of extra custom boosts for yourself and your craft. You also get a premium license account with this purchase as well. If you purchase the base version, you get a 1-month premium license. If you purchase the deluxe version, you get a 90 days or a 3-month boost for this one. Difference in price, you're looking at $30 for the base edition or $60 for the deluxe edition, available now from Gushin's store. And with that, folks, that does now round out the NovaWrap for this week. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, as always, to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying these videos and want to see more. And, of course, as always, you can catch up with me and all the things I'm up to between videos by finding me on Facebook and on Twitter. Just search NovaWing24. All right, folks, thanks very much for watching. Take care, safe skies to all, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.